Better hurry, spark it up with no worries. Harmonious gang with the big bro Yuriy. Hyphy, get lit just like me. Big bossed up, chop it up with Riley. You better come with it to kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to 10 Talks.
Yo. Stop, that's annoying.
Why?
That was annoying ass noise. It's so loud.
Annoying noise.
Yeah.
Annoying.
We're already starting off on a bad foot here. No, I'm joking.
Already the horrible energy.
What? Ori?
I said already.
Oh, I thought you said Ori with the horrible energy. I was like, who's Ori?
Ori.
You don't even remember my name right. Either way, yo.
Yori.
Who's Nori?
I said Yori.
Oh.
That's how Flacco says it.
Anyways, yo, bro, here we are.
Sorry, that was weird.
Here we are. Huge shout out to everyone that's joining us. We're here for episode 129 of 10 Talk. I still have this hat on. I kind of feel like I should take this hat off because it gives me like this huge like shadowy face where you can't, see as well. But then my hair just looks now it kind of looks like the dude from like American Psycho, where he had it all slicked back. Remember?
It does.
Maybe that's who I should be.
You could pull that off
for Halloween. All right, anyways, welcome to another episode of 10 Talks. We're here for episode 129. Thank you guys so much for joining. Apologies for starting a little bit later today, but Riley got held up at work.
Got held up at work. I was just telling Yuriy now that I'm going to be starting my weeks, because Sundays now are my Mondays. I'm going to be starting my weeks with 10 Talks instead of ending the week with 10 Talks.
Yeah.
So now this is going to be an adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
And
also we never really went through the comments to see what people thought of like when we should, because Riley was saying that we could switch 10 Talks to Saturday and do Saturday at 6 p.m. instead of Sundays at 6 p.m. because most likely Sundays at 6 p.m. we're going to do this. We're going to start at 7, maybe 7:30, depending on what time she gets off. You know what I mean? Also, like when you finish a full days of work, you kind of like don't want to immediately hop on a podcast 2 seconds after, So I don't know. I think maybe Saturday might be the better idea.
We could do Saturday like early.
Oh yeah, like we don't
like
have
afternoon.
We've talked about that
because I feel like everybody wants to go out on a Saturday night, or like they like to see the streams that you do on Saturday nights. You know?
I don't always do streams on Saturday nights, but that is a good point. But I don't know. We've talked about it before. Where like if we do 10 Talks in the beginning of the day, it kind of like, I guess the rest of our day would seem free. As soon as we're done, we're like, oh, we have the rest of our day all of a sudden. But then, I don't know. We were talking about the benefits of doing it before or after, like a while ago. And we agreed that 6 p.m. was better. Because we like to be able to wake up. Or, that's when you had Sundays available. But we'd like to be able to wake up, eat breakfast, get ready, get the room ready for the podcast. And then like, we actually do the pod or whatever. So, I don't know. We have to figure it out. But either way, how was work?
It was long. I was busy all day. It's like Halloween now, so I think a lot of girls are just wanting their lashes done, for Halloween.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You know what I was thinking is like every year, and it sucks because it's like, how many Halloweens do you really get? You know what I mean? Like it's like you gotta treat it specially. It's so easy just to be like, yeah, whatever, Halloween, but it's like you gotta treat it specially. Like And what I was gonna say is like we decorated the room a little bit, but like we have all these decorations still sitting out. It's already like the 21st. Wait, what is it? Like no, it's not the 21st. It's the 22nd already, dude. It's the 22nd. And we didn't even put out all the rest of the decorations. We have like 8 days left of Halloween, or 9 days left of. I consider all of October like Halloween technically in my head, but
we're busy.
I know, dude, and that's what's annoying is like you want to enjoy the full holiday season,
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of like, to be honest, I kind of miss having DirecTV, and I kind of miss having like the hype around, television, because back in the day you come home from school,
ABC Family,
whatever it is, you come home from school or whatever you're doing, you come home from work, everyone had something they watched, like Family Guy, Simpsons, some reality show, 2.5 Men, or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean?
I think ABC Family did like 31 nights in October, like 31 nights of like spooky movies or whatever, and then they did 25 nights in December for like Christmas.
But also like not only would they show spooky
those were, like,
movies
the best.
And stuff like that, but they would also show like the actual characters in the whatever series they have. They would have like Halloween episodes, and then like when you're like kind of tuned into that shit, it turns your whole month into like Halloween. You know what I mean? Like I remember coming home, Cartoon Network was Halloween, like all throughout.
Every episode's the Halloween special.
They would have like in between like little skits, and they're like wearing costumes. Like it just felt like it was Halloween all over. You know, like you go to Disney Channel, they would have all the Disney Channel and
Zack and Cody,
Halloween movies and shit like that.
Where
too.
Esteban got what's it called?
Paralyzed?
Possessed.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That shit was. I remember that episode was so scary. Where they were in the haunted room, the haunted hotel room.
I don't think I remember
And
that.
Esteban got like possessed by the ghost of the room, and it was like a woman. I just remember that shit scared the shit out of me.
Sometimes I feel like you think you saw every episode, but then you realize like you've just watched the same rerun like 500 times. You know what I mean? But
I definitely watched hella reruns.
We all did 100%. But that's what I was gonna say though is like to finish my point is, you know, now that I love consuming YouTube and streams and stuff like that. Yes, there are people who, you know, throw a little pumpkin on their desk during their stream or do a little, you know, it feels a little Halloweeny, but you don't really get that full Halloween vibe anymore because of like the internet world. I don't know. It's like when you're like consuming, like cartoons and TV shows, it kind of like it influenced your whole life. You kind of felt like it was all Halloweeny the whole month. But now we kind of lost that.
Yeah, for sure. That's
actually
like a really good point because you do go on Instagram and it's like a lot of the stuff that's getting promoted right now is like fall themed shit.
Yeah.
But it's not giving you that feeling of let's get cozy, watch a Halloween movie, decorate, carve pumpkins.
That was like
it's just like you just see the content. You're not actually like, oh, at this time Hocus Pocus is gonna play. At this time,
that's true.
This movie's gonna play. You know, and that's like you would get so excited throughout the day. When you see your guide and you see what's going to be playing at what time, and you're like, oh, shit, Hocus Pocus at 6? Let's go.
For the 40th time.
Yeah.
No, I know.
But it's like your whole family's like going to watch it probably. And
you know what I wonder, though, is like if we were to get DirecTV, like, and we were to go tune into Disney Channel and like Cartoon Network or MTV, like, it would be a ghost fucking town now.
Yeah,
it would be like nothing interesting. No, and also we're probably too old to watch Disney Channel Cartoon
But they
Network,
have all the episodes on Disney Plus, like all the
that's true.
That's a Raven, Zack and Cody.
Literally ask Riley every time every dinner we've been eating this whole month. Every time it's like I'm the one who's like putting something to watch. I keep putting on a new episode of The Simpsons Halloween specials because it's just like it just puts you in the vibe. You know what I mean? Like it reminds you of it's Halloween.
And then we watched Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, yeah. That one was really not that great. I don't know.
But Cosmo's just hella funny. Cosmo cracks me up. And the parents, the dad.
It's funny because like Cosmo...
dad is hella funny.
Cosmo's for sure gay.
Yeah, and he's with Wanda.
Yeah, he's with Wanda. And Wanda seems like way older than him too, like by voice. I don't know. We're talking about fucking Fairly Odd Parents now, but no, I was thinking about that today too because I was like earlier today I was like doing a bunch of stuff around the house and other things, and I was going on YouTube trying to look at things to watch. And if you look at my YouTube history today, it's like none of it is Halloween themed, and in like all your favorite creators, it's like I don't know, it just like. A gun channel will make gun videos all 365 days. They don't even give a fuck if it's Halloween, Christmas, whatever it is. They might incorporate a little funny skit, but it just feels the normal way the whole time. Whistling Diesel just came out with the video 3-4 days ago. No Halloween vibes in it at all. They had corn in it. I guess it's a little Halloweeny. I don't know, but it's kind of depressing.
Bet you Danny Duncan will.
Well, we were watching his video. He went to a fucking frat house and was throwing watermelons off the roof.
Yeah, but I bet you he's going to come through with the Halloween video.
The one Halloween video at the end. You see, we need like 4 Halloween videos.
Halloween month.
We need like honestly, I was never a huge
fuck Vlogmas. Do Halloween.
I know.
31 days of October.
Vlogmas. I forgot about that. But okay, I was never the biggest fan of Shane Dawson. Number one, he's gay and he has this like.
What's wrong with that?
No, he has this like gay humor. It's like hard for.
But it's funny.
It's hard, I guess, for a girl. Because girls relate with that shit hell easily, clicks. But for like, I've tried okay, so what I was gonna say is, I've never been a huge fan of him because it never really clicked, right? And then a long time ago, when I was with my parents, I was like clicking around YouTube, and then boom, it was the Shane Dawson goes to the Queen Mary video, right? And then I watched that, and then I watched a bunch of other spooky type of videos of his. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like I was fucking with it because it like puts you in the vibe of Halloween, like with the October vibe. But there was definitely like just so many of things where they're like, like they will say something and like laugh to like giggle to each other, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I watching right now? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, I loved Shane Dawson. I watched like all his conspiracy videos. Like once I found out about him, I was like, oh my god, like his videos were like so funny and interesting. He was just funny.
And like I said, I
guess yeah, it is more like my type of humor,
yeah.
you know,
like for
it's
girls
girly
and gay
humor.
dudes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And like I said, I had already known this, but I watched this Queen Mary one,
but he's good at it.
And
yeah.
I was like, I was
Entertained.
able to look past the rainbows to be like, this is pretty funny. Like, I fuck with it.
Yeah, because all the people in his videos were gay except for his sister-in-law.
His cameraman, it always seems like he's trying to fuck his cameraman, or they fuck each other. Like, the dude, what's his name?
Andrew? Well, that's not his cameraman anymore.
They would always have this vibe where I'm like watching, I'm like, they're fucking each other, right? Or no?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
And if you had a vlogger,
There was a video where he tried to set his cameraman up with a girl.
I remember that episode with the girl, right?
With the dancer, yeah.
I remember that episode because I was like shocked by that episode. I was like, I had not even known that there was like this whole dancing YouTube sphere.
I knew her.
Early as well.
I don't know her personally, but
what was her name again? I forgot.
Now I can't think of it. But I used to watch her dancing videos.
Yeah, I did a deep dive after I saw that video.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I did a deep dive on her channel, and I was like, it's all just dancing videos. Like, oh, really, dude? That's okay.
Okay.
Should we get into this conversation? Because that's annoying. I can't watch a girl's content because we literally talked.
I'm sure you did a deep dive.
We talked about this the other day where like you watch Bachelorette, Bachelor, and like all these other different things where there's like.
I'm not deep diving.
I know you're not deep diving, but no, yes you are.
No,
you're
I'm
hell
not.
into the lore of like this dude's doing this and this girl's doing.
But I'm not going on their Instagram.
Okay, but. Regardless, you watch those episodes full of male cast members. God forbid I watch an all girl show, which I don't. If you walked in, I was watching an all girl show, you'd be like, "Why are you watching that?" Which is like, no, that should be fair. You know what's an example? I was telling Riley, I've always
Megan Batoon, that's her name.
Batoon?
Megan Batoon.
Sounds like you're fucking up her last name. Batoon?
No, Batoon, I'm pretty sure.
Anyways, but also, was she the blind girl or no?
No.
Remember there was like an episode with the blind girl?
Yeah.
But there was like, they were trying to like hook her up with some dude too, right? Weren't they? Or someone liked her or some shit?
No, they weren't. What the fuck?
I remember they did it with the blind girl, but I thought she was like the one they were trying to hook up with someone.
No.
Oh. All right, never mind.
No.
God damn it.
The cameraman had a crush on Megan Batoon.
He's gay though. There's like no way he's
for
not.
sure he is
100%.
gay.
The way he talks, I don't know, bro. Like
Maybe he was confused.
No, okay. Here's the thing: is maybe he's not gay, and maybe he had spent so much time around Shane Dawson and his friends that he like kind of inherited these like, hey sister, like little traits and shit like that. And to him, he's like, it's funny, just me and my homies fucking around. But he doesn't realize like once you actually talk to some like women or other people, they're gonna be like, oh, you're gay because of the way you talk and like the things you say or whatever it is, right? Like I don't know, but I feel like he's personally really gay.
Yeah, I got.
There's no way he's not. I don't know. His name was Andrew. Wait, so what happened to him? He left?
I don't know. I'm assuming he left after the whole scandal happened with Shane.
Damn. I was gonna say.
But Shane, he like does some weird shit where it's like I don't even watch his content anymore because it's just like it doesn't hit the same. Like his new cameraman's just hella cringe. I like where Andrew was like tolerable, like he was actually like he flowed good with them.
Yeah.
And like this other person's like trying to be the same person, but it's like you could tell it's not him.
I've noticed that with like other YouTube vloggers I watch, where like a lot of their usual vlogs is them filming themselves or setting up tripod angles, and it is more dynamic to have someone follow you and film you, but you have to have this like. You either have to be with friends or you have to have such a strong confidence in what you're doing that like you're like you could film with a random person and be like, hey, how's it going, blah blah, and like have all this crazy energy, and then guess what, once the record button stops, it's like it's just you and this dude or a person just like okay, let's go to the next spot and film. You know, it's kind of like strange, but I noticed that a lot of people who end up like trying to experiment with a cameraman or get a cameraman, it's always like 90% of the time it's bad. Like it's hard to find yourself like an Andrew or some dude who kind of understands the content.
Yeah.
Understands when he can say something and when to not say something.
Exactly.
Because like even like in Whistling Diesel's videos, like you could tell that in Whistling Diesel's head, he's like trying to set up a little skit right now where it's like awkward silence moment, right? And his cameraman like doesn't catch the vibe and like says some random things, and like it just sounds stupid in the moment, but you're like, you should have just said nothing. It would have been funnier had you said nothing, or the type of shit. And you're like, it's really important. Like
comedic timing.
Both people got to be on the same level of like, you know, understanding the comedy of like, you know, when I should talk, when I should not talk, when I should interject, or whatever it is, and play that role. You know.
Exactly. Like if you're the cameraman, it should pretty much be like low key, not at all, and like you know the right comedic timing when to insert yourself.
But he was like always talking though. I remember kind of getting annoyed with him. Like,
yeah, and see, that's exactly, you start getting annoyed because it's just like you're like, supposed to be recording.
You're not the star of the channel. I'm here to watch Riley. Who the fuck? I don't want to hear this person.
Like that's just doing
holding the camera, saying shit. No offense to the person holding the camera, but
no,
like, you're you're like,
if it goes in at the correct time where it's like natural, because sometimes it just feels forced.
Exactly. Or like, I don't know.
Like it just feels like he's like like feeding a line.
And honestly, you know, it's
which he probably is usually, like, to get a reaction.
What do you mean feeding?
Like, you know, like he might, like, usually before when he's filming the video or whatever, right? He might ask Shane a question, but they edit it like Shane's already saying the answer.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But then like he just kept inserting his like questions in it, and he wasn't editing it out.
I see. And also sometimes it's like hard to edit it out. You're like, I have to include this part, but I already said some shit, like whatever. I don't know. Shit gets tricky. We went on this whole like Shane fucking deep dive, but you know what I was gonna say though? I remember one of the last things I saw that Riley showed me of Shane Dawson was he moved with his like mom and his like, you know, his boyfriend.
No, just his boyfriend.
Just
husband.
I guess
fiance.
his mom was there for like one of the episodes, but things you showed me. But anyways, he moved with his boyfriend or fiance to some place where to live there, realistically, you have to have some like experience with, you know, probably, I'm not saying he has to become a farmer, but like he's living in a farm, a rural ass farm where the roads aren't even like cement roads. Like you could easily pop a tire, and those are the types of places where you live where you kind of have to have a relationship with your neighbors. You know what I mean? Like, so you guys like are helping each other and like kind of like you kind of have to have the like that homely vibe of like being friends with your neighbors type shit. And when you live in a place like that, but in the video that Riley showed me, it's like literally he found a place that has all these locals living there, and he just found this one spot at the end of the road, and he just like living there going like, oh my god, like it's so crazy living here, the dirt roads and there's no stop signs. And I'm like, why the fuck would you go live there? Like you're not built for this. You know? Like, at
he's
all.
From Long Beach.
Like,
he's from LA.
You're like, that's like not gonna be good for him or that area.
But his fiance Ryland, he's from Colorado,
bro.
So that's the mom that you're thinking of. That's Ryland's mom, because they lived in Colorado.
You know, it's gonna be a let you tell it moment, because people are gonna be like, oh, you're not so different in stature than Ryland. Ryland is way skinnier and smaller than I am.
He is.
He can't.
He's like
tiny. He can't lift a gallon of water, dude. There's no way. There's like you're able to survive in like that type of place. And that like there's like jokes about that where like there's rich fucking West Hollywood people going to fucking buttfuck nowhere Texas going like, I'm getting a spot over here, and then like complaining about it, going like, it's so dry and dusty and all these bugs. It's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to live in the city. Like, you know, what the fuck? I don't know. I thought that was really funny. I feel like
Jeffree Star lives in Wyoming.
Jeffree Star, he has a deep ass voice. Like I could see him lifting like
No, but he also talks like this.
I could see Jeffree Star like fucking someone up almost. Like I could see him like fucking, I don't know, like hurting a cow or some shit. Like I could see him putting in some work. Like I don't think Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star's tall.
Yeah, that's my point. He's like a tall dude.
But he's hella skinny.
I don't think he's the type of dude to be like, oh my nail, oh my god, I can't. Cow dung. Oh god.
Nah, he has hella.
Way too crazy for me. Like I feel like
yaks. I don't know what he has. Goats.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I don't even know too much about him, but I feel like
alpacas.
He like wouldn't be as much of a pussy as like Ryland or Jeffrey. I mean, or what's the other dude? Shane. Sorry, Shane Dawson.
Yeah, Shane. I don't know.
Shane Dawson's funny though because he's like, sorry, I know he's like insecure about his weight and shit, but he's a big dude. He could fuck someone up if he wants.
Yeah,
but he acts like
he's super tall and like
yeah, that's
big.
what I'm saying. He's like a tall like big dude, like probably like 300 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, and he's just like, oh God, I don't know, I'm so scared and nervous. You're like, it's so funny.
He's 100 pounds inside. Okay.
You're like, dude, like, why do you act
He's fragile.
Why do you act so nervous and fragile when like he probably like can crush someone's hand like in a handshake and be like, oh sorry, that was an accident.
Well,
I know he's insecure about that shit though.
yeah,
so
that sucks. I feel him. I'm huge too.
No, you're not.
I'm a big person.
But also,
I'm a tall,
I talk about it with Riley.
big person.
I talk about it with Riley all the time. Like, I know I'm not trying to discredit anyone's insecurities, but like, I have insecurities of my own sometimes, right? But one thing I always remember is like meeting people, hearing about people, watching videos of people who are literally born like with their legs tied in a knot.
Well, yeah.
And then you're like, is that dude? You know, there's so many like skateboarders who like, you know, they I forgot what they survived, like polio or some shit like that, or like half their, you know, their legs didn't grow or some shit like that, and like they're skating with their arms and stuff. Can you imagine that, dude? Like,
no, I understand that. I was just saying, like, I understand his insecurity because I am like a taller girl, like.
I feel that,
you know, like I get that that's an insecurity, but I get what you're saying.
My point is like, especially when you're like a fully functional person, especially when you're Shane Dawson, a millionaire, fully functional person, it's like you got nothing to complain about, bro.
100%.
Oh, I'm 30 more pounds than I would like to be. Oh, it's like,
no, I get
fuck
what you're
off,
saying.
bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's literally people who would be like desperate to be in your situation, and you're complaining about, you know, being a little chunky.
Yeah.
Don't eat the donuts. Don't eat all he drinks is Diet Coke. Every time I see his shit is drinking Diet Coke.
It's root beer.
He kind of reminds me of fucking Ethan from H3H3, who's like, he always would
my other arch nemesis.
When I used to watch him, he would always be like complaining, going like, oh man, I'm so depressed and I have no energy and I'm overweight and blah blah blah, I'm like sad about this, sad about that. And then his co-hosts would be like, not co-hosts, but like employees, they would also be the kind of co-hosts on the show. They'd be like, have you tried working out? Hell, you know, what about your working out thing? And he'd be like, nah, fuck that. Don't want to do that. He's like, I'm actually, instead of working out, he's like, I'm popping antidepressants. You know, on top of the antidepressants, I'm popping weight loss pills. So he's like, fuck working out, fuck eating healthy. I'm gonna pop antidepressants and weight loss pills as a solution. Oh my God. It's like, all right, genius, you're gonna just continue to be depressed and fat. It's like nothing's gonna like.
Okay.
That, you have to have the fucking willpower in yourself to do some shit about it.
What is this here?
Wow. That was very symbolic.
No, that's just like bugging me. It's no offense.
I use it for focus.
It was on my hair. Sorry.
Realistically, I use it just to focus the camera, just because it has words on it. Either way, I need to go grab something from over there. Did you have anything you wanted to bring up?
What are you grabbing?
The
thing?
Yes. The thing right over there.
No, I have nothing written down.
Really?
Babe, I just worked all day. I thought I was going to get off earlier and have like an hour to like prep.
I know, me too.
Well, y'all, guess what's coming up? And I'm so excited about this. I know nobody else is probably.
No,
they're all going to be like, okay, there's going to be a couple people that are going to fuck with it. But I know most of the chat's going to be like, we don't care about this, yada, yada, yada.
But this is interesting.
This is going to be crazy. Love Island is coming out with a new spin-off show called Love Island Games. And basically, they're taking like a bunch of people from different seasons from USA, UK, Australia. I think they have people from the Sweden one, Germany.
South Africa one too, right?
Yeah, like they have like people from all over. And they're going to compete again and try to find love. And I guess the challenges that they do are going to like play like a big factor. And I don't think it's going to be like a every night thing. I think it might be a once a week it's already pre-recorded, so I don't think it's gonna be live.
Oh shit, it's already done.
Yeah, because I saw the teaser and it's like everything's edited already.
Oh wow. Well, I was
So
when I was like,
but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crazy.
I know, like Riley said, a lot of people might be like, oh, I don't care about this shit. But Riley and I, and also Paulo and Allie, we were like doing the Love Island reactions, and I've said this from the beginning, guys. There's memes about this stuff on Instagram where like it's like when your boyfriend says he's not interested in the show, and then 3 episodes later he's like eating chips, going like, I can't believe Christina did that to Samantha, like, and you're like, what the fuck? But I'm telling you, I was never interested in this shit. And then Riley was watching like season 2. It was at our old apartment, and it was literally that meme where I'd be like playing my Nintendo Switch while she's watching the show, and I'm like overhearing what's going on. I'm like, what? Like,
well, it first started
like
where I
asking
was
all these
like,
questions.
because Love Island's only on once a year. It's only on during the summertime. So I was like, oh, like I'm really invested in this show during the summer. Like it's on kind of every night, blah blah blah. And
it's
I was
only
telling,
a month too.
and I was like telling Yuri about it, and then he like, I think you watched like the first. I don't even think you watched the first episode with me. I think you watched like the second or third, and then
I was telling you I didn't fuck with love shows. I was like, those are
yeah.
fake.
You're like, they're so stupid.
I was like, they're stupid, they're fake, but
I was like,
Riley and I would
it.
like, you know, like to just chill together. So I was playing Zelda at the time, Breath of the Wild, and you were watching that shit. And I was just overhearing the gossip.
And
you
you'd just be watching low key.
And it turned into a thing where I was like asking Riley questions.
Invested.
I'm like, dude, like, they're really filming them like jerking, like the girls jerking the dude off under the blanket, and then Riley's like, it's crazy, it's fucking insane, blah blah. Imagine
Well, I
was watching a
remember
show like
remember when I first watched it, when I first ever found out about it, and it was like me and my 2 friends, Hannah and Alicia, and we were in Santa Barbara chilling for the weekend, and we had nothing to do, and so I was just
Santa Barbara.
Yep, in Santa Barbara.
UCSB.
But we had nothing to do, mind you. And we were like, or I was like, oh, let's watch this show. I've been hearing about it. Like, it's hella crazy or whatever. And we watched like the first episode, and then we saw that once they were coupled up, they had to like sleep in the same bed together, even though they're like complete strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And they just met each other, and we were just like, what the fuck? Like, that is
weird,
so weird.
I agree.
And I was just like, we were just like, so like, this is like the craziest reality show we've ever seen. So we had to keep watching it.
That's funny.
But it was like from the early 2000s, like it started.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't know when the first season was. I want to say like 2010 or something. I don't know.
That was a while ago. That's funny that you found that show at UCSB. Was that UCSB or just Santa Barbara?
UCSB.
Anyway, interesting. No, I'm joking. Anyways, I've been to USB plenty of times.
Yeah,
UCSB.
we know.
Anyways,
Your
one of the
days.
glory days. One of the times I went to UCSB, I had like a super crazy like drunken night where the next day I woke up. This is also the same day I got bitten up by bed bugs because I slept on some dude's couch.
Ew.
And I woke up with all these fucking bites on my back. But
Ew.
I woke up and I was like so hungover. I was like hella sick. And the dude it was basically like, it was Freddie Mercury's homie who I met, who's super chill, and he had an apartment with his girlfriend. So I like stayed with this dude and his girl that like I had just met that day. I stayed on their couch basically, and their couch had fucking bed bugs. But anyways, I stayed on their couch.
Sick.
Next morning, fucking Freddie Mercury comes through. He's like, "Yo, let's go. We're about to go to this house party, do this, do that." And I was like, feeling like so hungover, like, you know, like just the worst hangover possible. And I'm not at home. I'm at some random person's place. My back's all itchy and shit like that. I was just like, oh, like I was like, I feel like shit, dude. And I think the girl had to go to school or like work or some shit, and it was just me and that dude. I forgot his name. He was super chill, but like, it was me and him just chilling at his in his living room, smoking, watching shows. And he's like, "You ever heard of Last Man on Earth?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, and it was literally I chilled at it, and it was like me and him in his living room for like 5-6 hours watching like 4 or 5 episodes, because they're an hour each, watching like 4 or 5 episodes of Last Man on Earth. And then after I came back home from UCSB, I was like, that was the best show ever. I was like, I gotta continue watching it. Like, but it really is like kind of a slow show. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. You try to show me it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Love Island Games. I'm actually really excited.
I honestly think it will be interesting too, because
they're bringing Courtney back, Sally.
It feels like the first time you're on the show, right? Because they always have new people. there's the people who kind of like, you can tell they have this like confidence and ambition of they know they don't give a fuck. There's girls like one of the last seasons, there was a girl that went in there and she was trying to get some dude, but the dude's hanging out with his girl at the moment. She comes up to him and like bends down and shows her ass, and she's like, "You want this? Like, come with me," type shit. And we were like, "What? Like, what the fuck?" Remember? I forgot the name. Imani.
No, she walked. Or she was like,
basically she did that. Yeah. She like fucking bent over.
Well, no, she asked him like, "You want to go chat?" And Destiny was like no, like fuck he's no, with me right or whatever. Now. And she's like, "Okay," and like she just like starts like walking away, but like hella like swinging her hips and like shaking her ass.
Yeah, trying to bounce her cheeks and shit. But like there's girls like people like that who like just they know they're trying to like
she's gonna be on it.
They're trying to play the game of like be as fucking crazy. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to win the game. They know the rules. And there's people who join and they're like too sensitive. You know what I mean? There's like people that join. They're genuinely like, it's like that's my boyfriend. How could you do that? Like can't believe you. It's like they're too sensitive for that shit. So this Love Island Games is probably gonna be like the most.
Oh, it's gonna be intense.
Ratchet, like hardcore, like willing to fucking just do anything. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like insane.
And you've never even seen the UK version, and the UK people are even more don't give a fuck.
You know, what I was gonna say though is in the video we're watching of
that girl.
No, the preview for the Love Island Games.
That girl.
A lot of the people. I would say like half the people in there have a UK accent. And Riley and I talked about this when we went to London the first time. The second time. You feel bad, bro. Like you're trying to talk to someone and like trying to have a genuine conversation, and they're like, and you're like, by the time they finish your sentence, you're halfway through understanding the beginning part of the sentence. Like it's hard to catch up. So I'm wondering if like the language barrier is gonna be a thing, or like it's gonna
we're
be like,
getting them from all over the world.
Yeah, it's gonna be like some American talking to an Australian and talking to a London person. They're gonna be like, what?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it's gonna turn out. I can't believe they're bringing Johnny and Sally back together. Like, they're going to put them on the same fucking show.
That's so much lore, but Johnny and Sally was, like, one of the dynamic couples from a while ago as well. That, like, it was a whole thing. But either way, I know a lot of people don't really care about the Love Island game shit too much, but that's something that we've been talking about how Riley might just do with Allie. Because, to be honest, I'm just so busy, like, especially like now I'm trying to get busier and busier with like more and more stuff and taking care of more shit that has to do with like, you know, the YouTube channel and other stuff that to do that on top of it would just be so much, you know what I mean? So and also last time we did Apollo, I kept falling asleep. So I feel like it really makes sense to get like the girls' perspective of like just Riley and Allie doing it. And you guys are saying that you guys are down to do it. So yeah. I think potentially in the future Riley and Allie are gonna launch that.
With some appearances by the boys probably sometimes.
Whenever I was gonna say appearances by who?
By you guys, if you can.
But also a huge shout out to Jeff from season 2 or 3.
4.
I tapped in with him a while ago and asked him if he's down to come on. He just got married. If he's down to come on the pod. He said he was down, and he was like traveling all the time, bro. Like I would watch his Instagram stories. He'd be in Texas, you know, all like always like going to all these different cities for like club appearances type shit. And he said he was down to come on, but I never like locked him in. But he still like watches the, you know, Instagram stories and shit like that. So I feel like he would still be down. So it'd be cool to get his reaction to
like a recap.
Not a recap, but like his reaction to like what's going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like a recap episode, but with his perspective.
Either way. Guys, also, I'm not wearing one of the shirts right now. I'm wearing this Pyro shirt. Shout out to Pyro. But the shirts are still available. I've been having people DM me asking me like, Yuriy, I can't afford the shirt right now, but I'll be able to get it in a week or two or, you know, next month or whatever it is. Like, how long are the shirts available? How many are available? I said from the beginning that I didn't want to have them on the website forever because at a certain point it becomes impossible to catch up with the orders and everything. So we're going to have them up probably for like another half a month to a month. We're going to place like maybe 1 or 2 more orders of shirts. And then on the last order, we're going to be like, you know, this is the last round of shirts going out. But we sent out already a bunch. And it feels like half the people already got the shirts, right? Or like maybe more than half already. The stickers are sold out. The stickers are the one thing that I won't be able to restock because the stickers I'm like making no profit on 100%. Like I literally made those just because like I feel like it's cool to have straight stickers. You know what I mean? Like it's like a cool little attachment piece. I did print out a bunch of extra stickers to hand out for free with every shirt order or you know like, or with any order you get like, you know, free stickers in the package as well. But the actual sticker packs are sold out officially. So huge shout out and thank you to everyone that bought a sticker pack. I appreciate you guys. And also Out of all the sticker packs that we had left, 3 of them, Pot Lord, Zeke, Freddie Perky, and I drew on.
I saw.
So it has a bunch of like penises and shit. Yeah.
Enjoy. Enjoy.
I didn't draw the penises. You can imagine who it was. I think it was all on stream. But
I'm sure.
Anyways, if you guys do want to still purchase a t-shirt, YuriStreams.com if you guys want one. Also, we still have some shirts in stock right now, so whoever places an order, we're like gonna send those out ASAP. We're gonna send out more packages tomorrow. Basically, like every day that the post office is open, more packages are going out. Also, I want to talk about the Big Chief event. Big Chief has officially opened up a store out here in LA. They've been available in damn near every single weed shop possible, but they have their own store officially open, and it's next to one of my.
Shout out Big Chief.
Yeah, shout out to Big Chief.
That's huge.
And it's also it's next to one of my favorite skate parks, Sheldon Skate Park.
That's fire. Wait, in Glendale? Is that Glendale?
It's not Glendale. The street it's on is like Glendora, I think.
Oh.
I forgot, but no, it's not that. It's not too far away either. But it's like one of my favorite skate parks as well. But the shop was super cool. The event was hella sick. They had, I didn't get to do it, but they had a henna tattoo artist. And they had someone else doing something. I didn't get to see what they were doing. They had like people selling concentrates. They had a shaved ice booth. They had a cookie booth. I still have one of the cookies for you in the fridge.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was super good. I ate one of them. They had like a Connect 4 basketball thing, and they also had a mechanical bull in the middle of it as well.
I saw that.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Me neither. So
how was it?
I know people are gonna think like I'm being repetitive here, but of all the footage I've seen of people riding mechanical bulls, I always get the same opinion, which is like it's kind of like seeing someone who's never been on a skateboard stand on a board. They're like, ugh, and like they just jump off. I was like, bro, like, just stay solid. You know what I mean? Like, try to catch your balance. Like, hold your hand in the air and, like, do that thing. Or, like,
wiggle it?
Your hand is to help you catch your balance. So I was like, you hold on to it as hard as you can. Like, you got it. That shit is fucking hard, dude. And also the mechanic, the dude who was in control of the whole thing, he showed me how it is on, like, full top speed. There's no way you could hold on full top speed.
Oh, my
It'd be insane.
God.
It goes so fucking fast around.
I would be scared to do that. I feel like it's like a lot of core strength, right?
A lot of core strength and a lot of arm strength. Like the thing that you're holding on to is not really like super.
Oh, I have horrible upper body strength.
Yeah, it's not super comfortable to hold on. I tried a method where like I hugged the bull, and that was working a little bit.
Oh my God.
Until he like took it to like a crazy fast level. Then it just throws you off.
Pause jerking you. I need to pee.
Really? All right. Well, you might as well do these afterwards. Yo guys, while Riley's using the restroom, I'm open up the chat, see what you guys are saying. Shout out to number one, huge shout out to everyone that's in here right now. Appreciate you guys so much, man. This is what the hell? What was that noise? I don't know what that noise was, but huge shout out to everyone that's in here. I appreciate you guys so much. All the future episodes of 10 Talks, Harmonious Hour, all that stuff is going to be on this channel, and as well as the clips as well. And huge shout out to everyone that's showing the love on the clips. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Either way, shout out to 10 Talks. Yo, shout out to Marcus 559 in the chat. Appreciate you so much, man. Shout out to Squid Exotics. His Tony Arms barely lit a rock star. Wait, what? Lift a rock star? That's not true. P.O. Box. Oh, yes. We're going to do the P.O. Box in 1 second once Riley's back. Guys, speaking of which, thank you for reminding me. Guys, we have a P.O. Box package to open up right here. And if you guys want to send us literally anything, our P.O. Box address is in the description. It's P.O. Box. Don't go based off my words here because I don't remember it exactly, but it's P.O. Box 11535, Burbank, California 91510. But just to make sure, check the description. You guys could send us literally anything, and we open everything every Sunday on 10 Talks. We appreciate you guys so much for it as well. Either way, bro, shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Shout out to damn, I can't really fucking read from here. I need to make the thing larger. Shout out to Tax Evasion. Shout out to Adello. No one's begging over here. I'm letting people know, dude. W shirts. Shout out to Christian Mendoza, bro. I'm not sure if you purchased one, man, but yo, huge shout out to everyone that did. We both really appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. And also, I thought my mouse stopped working, but no, it works. But also, Riley went out of her way to buy thank you cards. And also, I keep saying it also, but Riley went out of her way to buy thank you cards. Riley wasn't here when I sent out a good amount of the orders, like a large amount of them. So I had to write on the thank you cards. My handwriting is shit. My signature is shit. But the rest of the packages, like the other half, Riley was able to write out the thank you card, and you wrote it out very, very well. So
Thanks, man.
half the people are. Oh, also I was gonna say this. Half the people are gonna get a signature just from me, and half the people are gonna get a signature from Riley and I both together.
Ooh.
I was also gonna say this though too. I had a couple of people, like probably like 5-6 people, hit me up and say like, Yuriy, could you and Riley please sign the shirts before you send them out? And I always like, that's not a problem, right? Like honestly, for us just to sign the shirt, whatever, it's fine. But throughout the week, when we're going through the packaging process, sometimes like when Riley and I were packaging the shirts the other day, I remembered like, oh wait, someone DM'd me asking for us to sign it. I'm not gonna find your DM on the spot. It takes, bro. Like I reply to so many people every day that like if I just look at my thing, it would take so long to find that DM that it gets to a point where I just, it's hard to find in the middle of it, and it's hard to leave a note for yourself. It keeps falling down. But what I was gonna say is apologies to anyone that did specifically ask for that. We couldn't really do it this time. It's always so hard to do, man. I wish we could do, but like it just, I don't know how we could like leave notes for ourselves or some shit like that. I remember people would always ask that for, when we worked at like No Jumper, for example. People would always ask for things like that, like could someone do this for that person? But by the time we're sending out the package, that person might not even be in the room, you know what I mean, or whatever it is. I don't know, it gets confusing, but
Yeah.
apologies regardless, guys. Maybe for one of the giveaways we could do like a signed shirt that we pre-sign on
If you
shirt.
want that.
Yeah, if you want that. That's also what I was telling the people who were DMing me asking, could you sign the shirt? I was like, I told every single one of them, I was like, I have a really shitty signature. I was like, are you sure you want this? Because it's not going to be like, looking all nice in person.
Yuri.
It's going to look barely legible. You're going to be like, what the f is that? That doesn't say anything. That's my signature. Riley has a
Shut
really nice...
up.
Dude, I have
That's
a
not even bad.
It's weird.
You can make it out.
I've actually sat down before multiple times and took out a book and was like, I'm practicing my
Me
signature
too.
because I want a nice signature.
Millions of times.
And I don't know how people do it, dude. Like that shit's hard. It's hard to get into the groove of like doing it all nice every time. I'd rather get a stamp.
Bruh.
Stamp something with my signature. It makes way more sense. Either way, shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Everyone, guys, don't forget to drink water. Shout out to Patrick CC as well. We're drinking a little bit of water here. Let's go. All right.
Stay hydrated,
Let's get into this package here.
From...
This was interesting. So this package says from Gucci.
I hope it's on a fart bomb.
The fact that it says from Gucci, that makes me either excited or worried. That either means that Gucci Mane fucks with us heavy, and he's like, I'm tapping in, I'm sending them some
I believe it.
1017 merch, or yeah, it could be like a fart bomb. I don't know.
Bruh, please don't be a
Don't you see now you're giving the idea to someone. Okay, there we go. By the package, we've got packages like this before. They're usually hats, right?
Yeah, it feels like.
But why would it just say Gucci? It would usually.
Maybe he just wants to keep his identity a secret, or maybe he got you a Gucci hat.
Usually the brand is okay. I need to cut this somehow.
A ruler?
Yeah, I'm using a ruler as a.
Just go like this. Hold on.
It wraps all the way around, babe.
Okay, wait, chill.
There we go.
Ay, relax.
Sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
it's not from Gucci.
Wow, hater. You know what we have here?
But they're cute. It's Powerpuff Girls.
What does it say?
Whores love money.
We have, it is Powerpuff Girl, colorway, and also fonts. You're right. We have a blue hat and a pink hat, like trucker hats, and it says "Whores love money." Let's go. Yo, thank you so much. Well, let's read this note as well. I fuck with
What
these
a
hats
statement.
actually. I know. Whores do love money. This is from on Instagram at Whores Love Money. Whores is spelled WHORES. Whores. No. Sorry. It's not Whores Love Money. Sorry. It's Whores Love LA. So Whores Love LA is the Instagram. It says for Yuriy and Riley. Gucci.you bless. Yo, thank you so much, man. Shout out to Gucci. Appreciate you so much, man.
I
And
love
guys,
this color.
if you guys can, just go, drop a like, drop a comment, go show some love to Whores Love LA. I fuck with it. Let's go. Thank you so much, man.
Cute.
I was definitely confused by the Gucci. I was like, that's either a very convoluted troll or it's Gucci Mane. But it's someone in Gucci. All right, yo.
Gucci.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. You know what I was gonna say though? I want to bring this up. This is a random little topic here. Riley doesn't even know about this. This is something I was like tuned into today, and I was like commenting on, and I was in the chat.
What?
Shout out to Ricky Glazer, skateboarder. He's a part of Braille Skateboarding. He's very popular on TikTok, many platforms, but he also very talented skateboarder. Anyways, he was streaming on YouTube today. He was streaming on YouTube, Kick, and TikTok all at the same time, and he was doing a stream where it's kind of like, you know how I did the biking stream where like I was trying to go to a destination, people could send me back. His stream was doing 1,000 kickflips, but every dollar donated is like, if he does a kickflip, so now he has 999 left. If someone donates $1, he's back to 1,000. So every dollar sends him back.
Oh,
and you have to do 1,000 kickflips. It sounds like funny, right? It sounds like, oh, like YouTube, like viral, like that would be cool. When I did my skateboarding stream, I had to do 200 kickflips. I was dead, bro. Like, you know, he's probably in way better shape than I am, but I was dead. I was so sweaty, so tired. The next morning, I woke up, my legs were done. Even Brian Arnette had to do 100 kickflips. And at the end of the 100 kickflips, he was like drenched in sweat. Like, it's so hard to do. This fool did, I'm not sure how many he did. He did more than 1,000 kickflips today on stream.
Oh my god. He's so done.
That's what I was telling him. I was like, bro, in the chat, I was like, dude, I did 200 kickflips, and the next day my legs were like done.
You did hella different shit though.
That's true. I was skating the whole day, and I was doing a bunch of different tricks, but I feel like the kickflips is really what did me in. And I was telling him, I was like, bro, after 1,000, bro, you're gonna be done for. And he was doing an IRL stream around Hollywood. He was going around Hollywood Boulevard, all these different spots in Hollywood.
You pulled it up.
And I did.
Yeah, he went to Avril Lavigne.
Oh no, yeah, not on chat, but to you, yeah, I did. Yeah, his last kickflip was at the Avril Lavigne star.
Said we made it.
But bro, I want to I think I might end up linking up with him tomorrow actually. But I want to ask him about that. Like, bro, like that's insane. 1,000? No, he did more. He probably, I don't know how many donations he got, but every time I tuned in, someone was donating like 10 or 15 or 20. I think someone donated like $30 to send him back 30 kickflips. Imagine. You're like at 500 kickflips, and then someone donates 100. You're back at 400.
That's what was happening to you.
I had to give up because honestly, I was like, it was getting late. I was like, it's getting so late, and I had to kind of like give up, and I'll have to retry that stream. But he didn't give up. He did the whole thing.
You have to start early.
He started hella early as well, but he completed all the 1,000 kickflips, bro. He's probably so fucking exhausted. I just thought that was super interesting. Either way, shout out to Ricky Glazer.
Shout out to him.
What else do we have to talk about here? Let's talk about this. Someone's birthday's coming up.
Yep.
How do you feel?
I'm excited.
Oh, you don't sound excited. Why'd you roll your eyes like that?
I don't know. I feel blessed to see another year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, how is it to turn so old?
It's crazy.
You're so old now.
I know.
I'm joking. I'm kidding.
It's crazy.
You know, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're saying, it's like blessed
To think that 10 years ago I was 16, and it doesn't even feel like that long.
Isn't that crazy?
It like trips me out all the time.
Do you remember
and it makes me sad.
Do you remember like any specific moments like from being 16, like at the age of 16?
No, like I don't remember any like specific days of 16.
That's funny, right? To remember a specific age you were at, like when you were doing something. But I have a memory.
I can't think.
When I was 16 years old, I was at home one day like playing Modern Warfare, right? Just at home chilling, playing Modern Warfare. And in my head, I was thinking like, bro, I'm 16 years old right now. How many people in life would die to be like 16 years old again? You know what I mean? Like this is not the prime of a person's life, because the prime is later, but like this is like a good point in your life that you'd like to be at. And I remember in my room thinking like, I gotta soak this up and enjoy it. And now I'm 29. I'm just like, oh my god, bro. I remember having that thought at 16 of like, I gotta enjoy this shit. And like,
I did.
It just flew
I definitely
by like that.
enjoyed that.
Being
I was
16.
always with my friends, you know, like I was just always kicking it with my friends. Like we
Same.
always had good times. That's why I can't remember a specific like
You're always lit.
day. It was like always fun together. Like
No,
we
I
just
feel
always
you.
had fun.
Exactly.
So
That for sure, you know, it's like, you know, I'm not hanging out or talking to all my friends from back in the day anymore, like as consistently or even at all anymore, you know. But that's like, those are for sure some of like my best memories. You know what I mean? Like it's
that
just,
was like the
it's
best
just,
stage.
like literally every day going down to the park, having nothing to do, Nothing, no responsibilities, no plans, no nothing. All I wanted to do was go down there and just kick it with the homies.
Right.
And I did that for like fucking years, or like 10 plus years, you know? After a while, it gets boring, to be honest. After like 10 plus years, you're like, I remember being in those shoes of like, damn, bro, I'm still kicking it at the same park.
I started working when I was 16 though, so I had my friends from work, I had my friends from school, and like every time I would go, like I would always have fun at work because all the kids that worked there were like literally all from in high school, you know, so like we were all hella young, and working with each other, so it was like never boring. Like we were always like, it was a good crew of people to work with. And then I would go to like my homegirl's house after work, and so it was just like I was always doing shit, like I was always busy, and that's like I was never wanting to be home because at home was boring.
You see how like you said like after work I'll go to my homegirl's house. Like I remember when I had my first job at 18, I would like finish work, I'll go to the skate park, I'll go to my homie's house, I'll go do this, go do that, and then after like 6, 7, 8 months of working at that job, I would finish work, my homies would be hitting me up, or you know something would be going on, and I'd be like, dude, I just want to go home and chill. And then like after a certain point, just like that shit fades out of you, of like being able to just finish work and immediately go do something.
I know. Oh, now I can't. But after, when I was at that age, I was like, oh, I just want to go chill with my friends. Like I don't even like.
But there's like still people that I know who are like my age or even older than me that have that mentality of like they're able to do something that you could assume would be kind of draining or boring or whatever it is, and they're able to like in the middle of it have a good time, finish that shit, act like that never even happened, and then just continue doing the rest of the day like it was a Saturday the whole day. And you're like, bro, like that. I'm jealous of those types of people where like you're able. It's like a mentality thing though, you know.
It is.
It's like you can make a hell of a heaven, and you can make a heaven of a hell depending on your mentality.
I noticed that with one of my coworkers too. Like she's a master stylist, so she's been there for years, and like her books are full. So she works like full time, and she takes clients all day long. She like barely has any breaks and shit. But she's literally like the sunshine of the office. Like every time she comes in, I'm like, it's lit. Like she's always like so cool and like sweet and stuff. And I'm just like, damn, like you still have this like positive ass attitude when you're just like this all day like that.
But is she like she's been doing it for a while?
Yeah.
So she has hella experience.
Yeah, she's good.
So that's the thing.
But she's just cool. Like she's just like always down to talk, and like she has that energy to talk. Like after I'm working, like I don't really want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But like she's like just so friendly and kind, and I'm just like, I want to be more like Brie. Like she's just so cool. I love her.
Sometimes it's like
but I was just like, yeah, there's like certain people that are like that, that have that energy, like Freddie Mercury.
Exactly. I forgot his name, but there was this like older dude who used to work at Starline Tours. When I used to work there used to be all these other salesmen, and sometimes you guys would be scheduled together, sometimes you would just like cover someone's break or whatever it is, and you would talk to all the other employees. And there was this one dude who's been working for the company for like 30 years, like a long ass time. He's older too, he's probably like 50 years old or some shit, and he's been working there for a long time. And when I worked there, all the young people I noticed like had this like ambitious ass attitude of like, we're trying to make this commission, because the more sales you make, the more money you make at the end of the month, you know. So we're like all constantly just like, hello, would you like to buy a tour? Like we're on like grinding, you know. Every time I worked with this fool, even though he's been at the company for 30 years, he would like literally like kick up his feet, take the brochures, and just chill like this. And like I've asked him a couple times, like, bro, like you don't like, you know, you don't want to make more commission, blah blah. And he's like, if they want to buy a tour, they'll buy it. If they don't, they don't. You know, like he just had this like he had this like super passive attitude towards it. But I feel like you know, it's because he's been working at the company for so long, and it's not like he doesn't have any ambition, but he probably just planning to just stay at that one position for the rest of his life. So that's why he's probably not grinding. He's like doing the bare minimum just to continue working there type shit. So I was like, you know, it was funny working with him, but then you get this vibe of like, I don't want to be this dude who's like just coming in just to do the bare minimum. Like I want to come in like inspired, like happy, you know what I mean? Like
exactly
trying to like accomplish something for the day. And I'll just be like, well, let me just zone out for the next 8 hours.
It's because it's like, if you don't care about it, you're not going to sell it. You know?
Yeah, that's for sure true.
So it's like you actually really have to believe in what you're like I do believe that, because it's like that's where I fall flat, because I know I'm that type of client where it's like, do I need this shit? Like, are you trying to sell me that shit? But now that I'm learning about the product and shit, it's like, no, they actually really need this stuff for
exactly
it to be beneficial and stuff, and so that does help you sell if you're educated
That's
behind
true.
what you're selling, you know.
You see, that's a different story than like Cold Stone. Where like Cold Stone, I'd be literally selling people fucking quadruple
It's
scoop
good for you.
Snickers, whipped cream, fucking caramel chip ice cream,
Diabetes.
and then my boss is over my shoulder going, "Why didn't you ask them if they wanted a Coca-Cola?" I'm like, bro,
Oh my god.
she would. And I at one point I told her, I was like, dude, like who, like
See,
on some health
I
level, on some
can't.
health shit, who wants to buy a quadruple scoop Snickers, caramel, whipped cream, fucking ice cream, and then top it off with a Coca-Cola on the side? I'm like, that sounds insane.
That sounds disgusting.
No, but she would be on my ass like, no, Yuri, I don't care. Like, you better be asking them every time you finish a sale, be like, would you like a Coke on the side? Would you? Because all we had was fucking Coca-Cola, Mountain. Like, we didn't have no water.
It should be water and milk.
I don't think we even had milk.
Like,
I think all we had was like
soda is
different-
crazy.
Yeah, it was
with
all
your
different,
ice cream.
different sodas. And I was like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, like on some health conscious shit, like that's a lot of sugar, bro. That's so much sugar. Just to be like, okay, I'm here drinking a Rockstar, but that's a lot of sugar. Speaking of drinking a Rockstar, bro, the other day when Freddie Mercury came through, I think when it was everyone was here, right? It was like Pollard Alley, Freddie Mercury came through as well. I think I'm not sure if he did, but that day I drank 2 Rockstars in a day. I told Riley at the end
You
of
were
the day.
sad.
I was like, damn, I can't believe I did that. It's like I should not. It's like they call sugar like the silent devil. It's like a thing that you're not gonna notice now. It's the thing you notice later. Not just the sugar, the caffeine is the other thing that really fucks you up too. But the other day I drank 2 Rockstars in a day. That's like 120 or 130 grams of sugar.
That's crazy.
It's so much. I was like, I can't believe I did that. It was at the end of the night. I had drank 1 Rockstar, and then we were taking shots. I was like, you know what? I'll crack the second one just to like sip on for a chaser. And then at the end of the night, when I was like cleaning everything up, I picked up my Rockstar. I was like, oh my god, it's empty. I was like, I drank the whole thing, dude. God damn it. I gotta do something. Yo, actually,
Don't buy them.
you know, I was gonna say though, and shout out to the couple people who like appreciated my efforts here, but you know, right now we only got 1 car. Riley, you know, has this job where like she's basically using the car the whole day at this point, so I'm kind of like whipless at this point. And I have my bike, right? So I've just recently, every time I gotta go run an errand or do some shit like that, I've been using my bike to drop off like a hell of packages the other day. I took my backpack, stuffed my backpack to the brim with packages, took a plastic bag, stuffed the plastic bag with hella packages, tied it up, tied it to my bag, and I was like biking to the
Oh
fucking
my god, and it was so hot.
to the one that's hella far away, biking to that post office with all that shit. And I was kind of thinking in my head, I was like, you know, like I'm like not mad at this. Like I'm happy because it's like I don't exercise at all. I don't get any exercise unless I go skateboard, which is rare at this point. It's like I barely get any exercise. And honestly, it's like I'm not driving fucking 10, 20 miles a day. If I
Yeah.
do drive somewhere, you know, like I'm driving like very not that far away. So recently I've just been biking a bunch, and I'm like, I kind of enjoy it. I'm like, it's
I'm
like
happy.
my little
It's your workout.
my little workout, you know. And I'm also the type of dude not to be like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock is when I hit the gym. It's like I kind of like the idea of, oh, I'm in the middle of the day, like, oh, I have to go to this place 3 miles away. It's a 6-mile bike ride there and back. All right, fuck it, I'll just do it right now. And then middle of the day, you get boom, a random, you know, workout.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like using that as an excuse for all the caffeine intake, I guess. Hopefully, it
Burn your
helps.
energy.
Yeah, or burn the sugar away or some shit like that.
Mhm.
But I don't know, like also I've like, you know, I watched tons of videos about like how parking lots and cars like is really like the dumb way to go about it. Like there's a lot of other countries. Yeah, there's smaller countries that have smaller populations, but all the countries that focus on public transportation and bicycle paths, it's way better for the environment. It's way better for the people, and also it's like you're not sitting in traffic wasting, you know, half your life. You know what I mean? Like there's like statistics over how much people sit in traffic throughout their whole life. It's depressing. It's like
Mhm.
you spend damn near like a quarter of your life sitting in traffic when you live in LA. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine dying, going
That's
up
why
to
I
the
always tell you how much
going
I
up
hate
to the
it.
gates of heaven, and God's like, well, it looks like you spent a quarter of your life sitting in traffic. You're like, what the fuck? You know, I'd rather be biking. Biking is so much more fun. It's like,
Yeah, but until it's like hella far. Some people have to, babe.
still then, you know what I mean? I guess, yeah, you're right. Some people have to. That's true. You're not going to be biking to work, But even like still then, like I don't know, I was watching this like one vlogger motorcyclist the other day, and I feel like this is unique to motorcyclists, where he was saying in his vlog, he's like, whenever I have to go somewhere, like he's like, I never go point A to point B. He's like, I always will, if I see something interesting, he's like, I'm taking a little random path. I might pull over, take a picture. Like he's like, I'm always like turning my point A to point B into an adventure. And he's like, that's how I keep my life interesting type shit. And I was like, I feel like that's what a bike does for you as well. Where it's like, you're not, when you're in a car, it's really easy to be like, red light, phone, all right, green light, go. You know, you just become like a robot. Like not even fucking paying attention to your surroundings. You can't even pay attention to your surroundings, so you're driving a car, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to justify my bicycle usage here, but
that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I've been enjoying it, yeah. One random topic I wanted to bring up here. I know this is super random, but I showed Riley. Brian Arnette went to Knott's Berry Farm.
Bro.
This is so random. Brian Arnette went to Knott's Berry Farm recently with his like 10 homies, and honestly, it's like, bro, like if you guys don't know who Brian Arnette is, he came on the Harmony Sour podcast a while ago, and he like I think I did a couple streams with him. We did the 24-hour skate stream as well. He's super chill dude, but he's a YouTuber as well, and he does like skateboarding vlogs. But he lives like in an apartment with his roommates, I guess, and like he just constantly has like 5-6 people there, and like watching his vlogs, it's so interesting. It's kind of like, for me, I'm like, bro, like it's kind of this like hectic ass lifestyle. Like one of his vlogs recently, they had a fucking trampoline in the living room. They like moved everything and just fucking put a trampoline there, and I was like, that's just funny shit that, you know, I would want to do, but it just seems like so much. You're like, bro, that's so extra, but they're like doing this shit. Anyways, they went to Knott's Berry Farm recently, and they all got banned for life, apparently. Oh no, his 2 friends got banned for life, but they all had to like book it out of there. Like in the vlog, they're fucking like jumping over fences, escaping the security and shit. I was like, I can't believe what I'm watching here. This shit's insane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I don't want to like, you know, reveal too much information because it'll be so much more interesting if you guys watched it. But if you're interested, bro, go to Brian Arnett's
No, it's definitely funny to
YouTube
watch.
channel. It says like, we got kicked out of Knott's Berry Farm for life, or we're banned for life. Like watch that.
And then watch the update video.
That just came out today. His homie Jay Skates, I think, he like made like an update video talking about the situation of why his homies, 2 of his homies got arrested for like 5 or 6 hours. They got taken to a police station from Knott's Berry Farm.
Actually went to jail.
He actually went to jail. One of the dudes who went to jail got out. He's like, that was crazy, fool. He's like, I gotta go to court and shit. I was like, bro.
The other guy was like, it was so cold.
Oh yeah,
it was really cold.
That was the same dude. He came out, and Brian Arnett was like, how was it? He was like, it was so cold. He was like, it was freezing in there, dude.
He's like, no lie, it was really cold.
That show's like kind of crazy, but I just thought it was like a random thing to talk about. Like if you guys are interested, go check it out. I thought it was fucking funny as hell. The last random topic I have here on my list right here is the sniper wolf situation. Did we talk about it already?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure if you guys know about this or not, but if you were to just log out of your YouTube channel, you know, fresh YouTube channel, no login, go to youtube.com or whatever it is, you go to YouTube. The first thing you're going to get recommended is Mr. Beast, Sniper Wolf, and a bunch of other people. Sniper Wolf is just like, you know, YouTube loves her. You know, they've been promoting the fuck out of her, and like, they always promote the hell out of her, and they actually use her for like advertisements and shit like that. But she recently got into some beef with this dude named Jax Films, which if you guys keep up with YouTube, he's also like kind of like a legend. He's been around for a long time, has a really giant YouTube channel. Jax Films has been doing a bunch of videos about her, basically kind of like stealing content. Like all her content is her just sitting, watching a video, going, "Wow, amazing! Oh, that's scary!" Like it's like she does reaction videos, but it's the most bare minimum reaction videos you could think of, and YouTube promotes the fuck out of her. But anyways, he would always make videos about calling her out, saying like she puts no effort. Not only that, but she's stealing other people's content. All these other people are actually making these funny videos. They're probably making $10 off of it, where she's sitting there going, "Wow, so cool," and then she's making 20,000 off that same video. And it's just like, it's kind of unfair. Like at least tag the person or compensate them in some sort of way if you're using their content to make all that bread. But he was calling her out for all that shit. She pulled up to his house. I'm super summarizing all this stuff because a lot of shit happened, but she pulled up to his house and doxed him, and she has 5 million Instagram followers and posted his house on her Instagram, and she was like, you kind of deserve it. Like, I just want to come and talk. Like, this is not a big deal. Anyways, YouTube came out with the update recently, basically demonetizing her. This is why I want to talk about this. They demonetized her for a month or a week or something like that, right? some YouTuber I just recently watched was like, okay, that's her punishment for doxing someone on YouTube. If you read the rules, you can get your channel terminated for doing that. I bet you if I did that, if I went to someone's house and I doxed them, like some big YouTuber that I know, they would just ban my channel because I'm a small content creator. They don't give a fuck because it's her. They're like, all right, demonetized for a month. And then you're thinking, she's already a millionaire. This month of demonetization is probably not a big deal. But it's even worse than that. Some dude went through her YouTube videos, and the only videos demonetized are the ones that happened since the controversy.
What?
So YouTube has kept all of her videos.
Other shit is monetized?
All the back catalog is still monetized. She's still probably making, probably 200, 300K a month off her back catalog. And they just demonetized her recent uploads, which is like about 6-7 videos. And I was like, damn. I was like, there's so many examples of like YouTube getting called out right now for having like favoritism. What? Having favoritism with this, with Sniper Wolf. And this is just like another example. When I saw this, I was like, bro, like just her recent videos are demonetized. That's fucked up as hell. You think she's yelling at us? Should I close the window?
No, it's not. No, she's not.
They honestly, they're yelling till like 3 a.m, so it's probably not at us. But either way, I thought it was like an interesting update where I had a YouTuber not too long ago like stop by, and he was like looking at my YouTube channel, and he was like, bro, like I don't understand why you're demonetized. He's like, I don't know why you're demonetized for so long. They demonetized me for 3 months. I have a 3-month demonetization, and then I can reapply for monetization. She got demonetized for a month, and it's only her recent uploads.
Yeah, that's
it's just
wild.
like it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like it like
that's super unfair.
when I saw that, I was like, bro, that's so fucked up. But what can you do? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that's super unfair.
And this is why, like, to the people that ever try to pull on the heartstrings, going like, YouTube has rules against this. Like obviously you can't do this on their platform. YouTube's favorite content creators always fucking break the rules and have no repercussions for it.
That guy though too that you found who harms himself, like literally like just gets like pelted with fucking random shit.
Yeah.
And like drinks like hella alcohol to see like what it does or whatever. He's like probably making millions.
He's still monetized.
Yeah.
Like I forgot his name, but yeah, I found a YouTube channel recently, a huge YouTuber. He has like 1 million+ subscribers. I showed Riley a video where he ate a bunch of alcoholic chocolates and then threw up on camera. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like it's all fine, but like bro, like God forbid you fucking take a shot on stream. It's over with.
We're not doing that though.
Yeah, that's why I stopped doing that. Speaking of stopping doing that, Ricky just hit me up as well. I'm gonna reply to him after we finish the pod. But during his stream today, I messaged because he was on Hollywood Boulevard. I typed in the chat. I was like, "Yo, how much to donate for you to go to a random bar and take a shot?" And he's like, "Well." He's like, considering I haven't drank in 11 years, he's like, it might have to be a large amount. And I was like, oh shit. Like,
don't do that.
I was like, 11 years? He doesn't look like he's 50 years old, right? So I'm like, 11 years? I'm like, what age did you quit drinking? And then he said 20 years old. And then he's like, because he's from Australia, he's like, I find it funny that in America, he's like, you have to be 21 to drink. He's like, by 20, he's like, I had already realized I don't want to drink anymore for the rest of my life because you can start drinking at 18 in Australia. So he's like, by the time I came to America, he's like, I had already been over alcohol before I could even fucking buy alcohol legally. I was like, that's kind of a good point. Like, I think they should change that shit. I really think that, especially the biggest comparison. I know people are going to be like, oh, that's crazy. You want kids to drink? They're having fucking middle school kids fucking take hormone pills to adjust their, make puberty blockers and shit like that. It's way gnarlier than drinking, number one. But number two is, the biggest example is you can go to the army. Like you can literally join the army at 18.
Yeah.
My sister,
that is true.
Both my sisters and both their husbands were in the army. And one of my sisters who was like deployed in Iraq before, she told me, she's like, Yuriy, you don't understand, like it doesn't always get covered in the news every time an American soldier dies. She's like, she said she personally knew at least 3 or 4 18-year-old kids who had just joined, just were like, I'm joining the army, boom, dead 7 months later, 6 months later, a year later. She's like, I've already seen a couple people die at super young ages. She's like, it's not, and they don't even talk about it, you know. And it's like, if you're able to go fucking die for your country at 18, you should be able to drink as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy, you know?
It's a normal thing to do in like European countries though too.
But they just raised not just, like, it was like at least 10 years ago at this point, but 10 years ago they raised the tobacco thing to 21. When I turned 18, I was able to buy cigarettes.
I wasn't.
I feel like an old person saying
Did
that.
it. They literally just did that law, like, when I was turning fucking 18.
That sucks for you.
That year was, nope, now it's 21.
So,
I was like, bitch. I was like, all I can buy is a lotto ticket.
So
I didn't even get a lotto ticket.
when you were like 15, 16, you were like, no, you probably didn't even smoke back then.
I didn't smoke.
Oh, yeah. When I was
But I wanted to do it.
You wanted to smoke?
No, but I wanted to buy one for my birthday just because it's like, that's the thing you do.
Buy one, a blunt?
Something. I don't know.
Something, a cigarette or some shit.
I don't know.
No, honestly, I remember because I started smoking like around like 15, 16. I remember like, I already had a smoke shop that already fucked with me and my homies, who they were already selling a swisher, so I didn't care about it. But I could only go to this one smoke shop. It was a pain in the ass to always go here. So I remember like thinking like, I can't wait till I turn 18. And then once I turned 18, it was so fire. But kids can't experience that anymore. It sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, it kind of does suck because, like, guess what? You know, when you're a kid, you're really like, I really thought like, bro, you know, me and all my homies, me and all my classmates are gonna make it to 80 or 100. Dude, that shit is not true at all. So in middle school, I already saw my first death. You know what I mean? Like, one of my middle school classmates, he passed away from cancer at the age of, like 14, 15 in middle school.
13.
He's like in a yearbook, like there's a whole thing dedicated to him. In high school, a couple kids passed away. One of them was like a football player on a high school football game. He got tackled and he like went to a coma. Then he later ended up passing away. And he was like 16, 17. And there's like people that I know and like family and all this shit. And then like at a certain point you realize like, bro, like it is kind of like, I don't know, kind of in some philosophical like weird way, it's like kind of fucked up to prevent someone from experimenting with life before, you know, they might die at a young ass age and never even be able to experiment. Like imagine like, it's kind of sad when you hear like someone like dies before they get to love someone, you know, you're like, oh, it's fucked up.
Yeah, that is true.
It also, I feel like you should have the chance to like experiment with
smoke.
Tobacco, weed, alcohol, DMT, mushrooms, meth. No, I'm joking, I'm kidding, but
You're sick.
just experiment with your fucking
Sicko.
like with your mentality and like, you know, how you see life and shit. Bro, my hair is so annoying. I feel like I gotta put this hat back on. It looks fucking crazy, but
You look like you have a toupee.
I know. I just looked at the thing. I was like, my hair looks fucking crazy right now. But all right, babe, what do you think about this? This is kind of crazy.
Drug makers testing weight loss shots for children's. What?
It's, you remember you were telling me about that diabetic weight loss thing that Kim Kardashian's taking?
Yeah,
I guess
Ozempic.
those same companies are trying to experiment so that younger and younger people could take it for diabetic reasons. But
You just.
oh, oops. Oh shit. Sorry guys. You know, it's for diabetic reasons, but like, do we need like I think it's, you need to push healthy fucking activities on kids rather than drugs. But if you have diabetes, that's a different answer,
if it's
right?
for helping with your diabetes, then that's different. But
if it's for weight,
if you're doing it for weight loss, then that's probably not healthy.
which you can already imagine, some rich ass 16, 15-year-old girl, you know, a little unhappy with her weight, gets her fucking personal family doctor to be like, hey, you know, like, can you write me this script? Like, that's not unique. That's how a lot of people fucking, especially like rich people, get drugs, is they just have.
Do we know the facts
they
on
just
this
have
though?
personal, you know, doctors who they can just go to and be like, hey, I need this script. That's how Michael Jackson, that's how he died. He had a personal doctor who was fucking injecting him with fucking some super harsh medical grade, like I don't know, opiates type shit. When you're rich enough, you could just buy this shit. Where the fuck is my mouse?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so it says
I can't read.
these companies is planning to test its diabetic drug. You see, it's but same thing.
Okay.
The thing the Kardashians are taking is diabetic drugs too.
Ozempic.
Ozempic, but it's, you know, not you being used in that fashion. I don't know. I thought this was pretty interesting.
I'm just wondering if they're twisting the news to make it this headline.
Well, I feel like it's a headline because of that shit's being.
Yeah, that thing is like a new like weight loss thing for women.
Well, I just saw after Riley told me about the shit, I saw a Phil DeFranco video where he said that there's
legitimately hella cases nowadays of people who have diabetes are trying to get this medicine, and it's either sold out or it's now the price has been fucking up, and like they can't even afford it anymore. And they're like, this is a completely related to people like the Kardashians just taking this drug and publicly talking about it. But do they flex it? Are they like, I'm on Ozempic?
I'm on Ozempic.
I'm on Ozempic.
That's gonna be Jaden and Alexis' new bar.
Speaking of Jaden and Alexis, wait.
Jaden Alexis.
Oh, Jaden and Alexis. I was like,
Jaden and Alexis.
I was like, Jaden and Alexis. Guys, I just saw this before we started the pod, so I was like, let me include this to talk about. Blueface tweets out, my mother. Oh, shout out to fucking.
This is wild.
Shout out to Whores Love Money.
You need to send Clarissa one of these.
I know.
Clarissa.
But Blueface tweeted out, my mother is a whore. Been married 3 times, 3 kids by 3 different men, and never married one of them men. Only random men she liked with a lot of money so she could divorce and take from them at the end. It's all she's sleeping with a bum every night. Sad story for real. Could never respect her as a woman. Jesus Christ, dude.
Why does it have to be like this? Like, why do you have to put everything out there?
You know what I think it is?
But Clarissa is doing the same shit.
His mom.
Yes.
Well, she's just crazy.
She's crazy, but she cracks me up because how crazy she is. It's just like, what the fuck are you saying as a mother?
I think, okay, this is me assuming. This is me doing the same
like
shit
insane.
people are doing to us. But when we were going through the Vegas thing, the London thing, the arguments on stream, I had a lot of people, including Flacco, like I had a lot of people telling me like, Yuriy, you're doing this by purpose, right? Like, it's like running up the numbers, people activate TTS during the arguments, blah, blah, like they think I'm doing it by purpose. And I'm like, we've had to explain this before, and I'm like, no, like I don't want that. Like, I don't care how successful it could potentially make us. Like, it could make us millionaires. I don't want to be like millionaire toxic couple. You know what I mean? Like, this relationship means more to me. You know what I mean? Like, if we're getting paid to argue, eventually we're just gonna argue all the time. It's not gonna be a fucking fun relationship, But people basically assume that we will argue purposely for views or for attention or stuff like that. And I always say like, no, it's neither of us want that. Whereas Blueface, I think he knows like that family drama, that interpersonal drama, that
he knows what to do.
That shit is like what people are like. Honestly, that's what he's
literally in the news every single day.
When was the last time he dropped a good song? It's been fucking 5 years. It's been like half a decade since he dropped a good song. He's literally alive as a celebrity right now.
The little baby just kind of went crazy,
I guess. But I feel like his like celebrity is alive right now due to the drama, and he knows about it. And that's why he's like, fuck my mom.
That's why, fuck my mom, and he just proposed to Jaden.
He did?
Today, yes.
Oh my god.
And that's why his mom went off, I think, and that's why he tweeted this.
Okay.
And his mom said, bitches who are born in October always have a pumpkin head.
Okay, babe, let's flip the script. Be honest.
Do I have a pumpkin head?
No, you don't have a pumpkin head, but if we were in those shoes of like my mom was like hella known on Twitter, and she would like be talking about all this personal stuff all the time, and we were getting married, and my mom tweeted out, bitches in October always got a pumpkin head. Wouldn't you like
crazy.
expect? No, I feel like you wouldn't tell me to say anything. You'd be like, ignore it. But
yeah, I really bless you.
Ew, I gotta blow my nose. But I feel like you would expect me to be like, yo, tell your mom to fuck off. Like, what the fuck?
Tell your mom to fuck off. First off, I would never say that to your mom, and she would never call me a pumpkin head.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She'd tell you to your face.
Yeah, she would tell me to my face.
She wouldn't tweet it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I think just this whole dynamic Blueface has with his mom is insane. I don't understand. Like, every time there's an issue, she just goes to Instagram Live or just posts like hella Instagram stories talking shit, and then he tweets. And it's just a never-ending cycle.
I feel like, unfortunately, his mom's just a really good example of, like, I feel like, at least when I was a kid, I used to think that you become a mom and a dad, all of a sudden, like, in my little, kid brain, I used to think that, like, overnight you become wisdom-filled, you become compassionate, you become caring, you become self-sacrificing, not selfish, all these, like, good traits of, like, a good human being. I feel like people would become that as soon as they became a parent. And then the more older you get, the more people you meet, the more you realize, like, no, becoming a parent doesn't mean shit. You can be the shittiest person on earth and be a fucking parent. You know what I mean? And Blueface's mom has literally said, my boyfriend's dick is bigger than my son's. It's like,
And that's why he's mad.
if your mom is saying shit like that, it's like, it's so sad. Because I almost kind of like, I almost like a little bit like empathize with Blueface, where it's like everyone kind of wants to have that like cool, mom dad dynamic relationship. But if my mom was saying shit like that, I'd be like kind of sad.
I'd be so embarrassed.
Yeah, I'd be embarrassed, but at the end of the night, I'd be like a little bit bummed. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
this is
"Man,
sad."
Like, can't even have like a relationship with my mom because she's being a fucking weirdo, dude. Like, what the fuck?
But Blueface is weird too.
Calling my, but Blueface hasn't ever said, like, yo, my mom's like looking kind of hot, or like.
Okay, no.
All he said was like, get your old ass off, like go get that old grandma ass off Twitter. Remember he said something like that, like. But like he's never like saying like he's not being weird. Like it feels like Blueface has more common sense than his mom.
He said old lady booty pics or something.
Yeah, he's like, don't try to see those old lady booty pics. But I'm just assuming like Blueface is like more mature and more intelligent than his mom.
They're just crazy.
Which is like kind of like sad, right? But
this family is just
he got it together more than she does a little bit.
Yeah,
people are gonna say he's
off.
unfaithful.
She's very off.
Yeah.
There's
But okay, what's the sins Blueface has committed so far? He's unfaithful. That's like not unique. You know what I mean? Like in like men, I guess it's like that's like a bit no. Like,
oh.
even
Now you admit that.
What do you mean now I admit that? Like I was just talking about you the other day. I was like watching this video about the marriages in the 1950s and how like it was like a common thing that like dudes in the 1950s would fucking have a wife and just sleep around town with like a bunch of women, and like their wife is just like expected to just like love them and cherish them no matter what and never question a thing while they're allowed to do basically whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And people are calling it, like the golden ages of like men in like in marriages. Really, it's a funny joke. Cause like in the video I was watching, they're saying like dudes would literally like come home from work like with the fresh cold beer or margarita, kick up their feet and be like, all right, I'm gonna go hit the bar with the boys, and like the woman just like expected to clean up the house, do all this, do all that, take care of everything, and you're kind of like, you have a hard job, but
Yeah,
like
it's disgusting.
you can just like really just kick back and do whatever the fuck you want, including cheat on your wife, and not expect her to get mad about it. I didn't laugh at that part.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Anywho.
Whoa.
But yeah,
What do you-
he's done hella crazy shit.
Okay, he did beat up Krishan's dad. That was kind of fucked up because of the age difference, right?
He's literally like said so much fucked up shit to Krishan.
Okay, that's
Like
true
via
as well.
social media.
That is true as well. He did kind of like disown his.
And there's stuff
his,
we all haven't seen either.
One of the most fucked up things for sure is like he like publicly disowned his son, right?
Yeah.
He said like fuck that baby.
He's still saying that. That's not my son.
Can you imagine like you grow up to like 17 years old and people are like, damn, look at these tweets of your dad about you as a kid. He's like, fuck that baby. You're like, damn, that was me.
He said on the Jason Lee interview, he said I have one baby mama and 2 kids. Because
From
Jason Lee was like about like let's talk about the new thing or whatever. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Her name's Jaden, right? Jaden, the original baby mama.
Mhm.
I watched one of Flacco's videos. I'm not sure I talked about this yet, but I watched one of Flacco's videos where he like put in the whole chronological order between the beef between Krishan and fucking Jaden, and that shit's kind of hella crazy. How like Krishan like snuck in saying I want to fuck your man and ended up fucking him and having a baby with him at the end. But the videos I saw of Jaden back in the day, she used to be so thin. And now, I'm sorry, like, you know, weight shame, but, like, all the weight went to her face. Like, she became a basketball. Like, it's crazy. Is that rude?
I've gotten bigger.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
It's probably from alcohol, though. Because Krishan's face used to be hella puffy, too.
That is, but not like Jaden.
Okay,
dude.
but that's because her head shapes differently.
If she smiles, it completes the circle.
Her head is shaped differently
It's
than
over, like-
Krishan, but Krishan was very puffy, like when they were drinking all the time.
That is true.
Like her face was like super swollen, and now her face looks hella skinny. So.
Did you see the clip of Krishan where I guess some people in their chat or
We know
comments
they
were,
love the Henny.
yeah, that's true. But people in her chat and comments were saying, why do you keep dressing so masculine, right? Like they're like, you're an attractive girl. Like,
On Krishan?
yeah, Krishan, because Krishan she kind of like does do the thing where like a lot of girls will have their waistband a little bit above their hip, and she'll have it like where a guy has it type stuff. Like
Yeah, because she likes to show her figure.
She'll dress like a little. People were saying she dressed a little masculine. She said her response is, I have to dress a little masculine. She's like, now I'm the baby's mom and dad, and she's like she said my baby's a boy, so I don't want him just picking up on all these feminine tendencies. So I need to like push some male tendencies in him as well. So she's like, that's why I dress like this.
Oh my god.
Is like to like be the guy and the girl in the relationship.
She dresses girly though too. She always dresses.
Well, that's what she was saying. She's like she's gonna do half.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought when I heard her say that, I was
She
like,
does both.
I was thinking that's like almost, maybe a couple years ago that would have been a cancelable offense. People would have been like, well, what's wrong with fucking having just two mothers around a baby? Like, in her defense, and it's something I agree with, it's like, yeah, like.
Well, that's her opinion.
It's
Like,
not-
that's
it's not-
her.
Not even an opinion. It's kind of like naturally, like they always, it's kind of a thing like where you need the feminine vibe and the male vibe in your life.
Yeah.
You it's to
balance.
to grow up at like kind of understanding the world the way it really is. Like you kind of need that. If you just have two girls, two moms, you might grow up a little too.
That's not true.
But also
That's not true.
all my homies and also the chat, my whole life I've always heard, Yuriy, you're so feminine. Yuriy, you have feminine tendencies, blah blah. I grew up with
sisters.
two older sisters and my mom, so it was just me and my dad in the house, and it was three girls. So obviously that must have rubbed off on me, because people always tell me that like you have feminine tendencies. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're sweet. You're sweet.
That's rare. I'm actually sweet.
Sometimes.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Sour and sweet.
I don't know if I want to talk about
Sour
that
punch.
one. Oh wait, I kind of want to talk about this, guys.
I don't even know who this is.
Lil Reese?
Lil Reese produced it?
No. What? The other day I was on stream and people in the chat were saying Lil Reese got shot, Lil Reese got shot, and I was like, what? No way. And I forgot. I think me and Pablo had reacted to it, but no, it's cap. He said the lies you be coming up with is amazing. Like, what the fuck? This actually was like headline news. Like, a lot of people were talking about the fact that he potentially got shot. They're saying like 12 times or 10 times, but no, he did not get shot. Lil Reese is okay. I just want to talk about this because I was talking about it on stream the other day. I was like, oh wow, like prayers for him. Hopefully he's fine. But no, apparently it's all false.
Oh, good.
That's a fucked up false narrative to
Yeah,
make
that
too.
sucks. Scary
Well, I think
for his family.
he's been through it before, so that's potentially why he's why people are making that article. And I feel like the last thing we have here to bring up, really, babe. The last thing we have here to bring up is something I brought up on stream before, but you keep. People
Okay.
get really. Anyways, I brought this up on stream before, but I didn't have the video evidence to bring to back it up, and people were saying, Yuriy, you're fucking faded, drunk, blah blah. You know what you're talking about, guys. Here's the video evidence. I'm not sure if we can listen to the whole thing, but look at this. Apparently there are sea turtles that are you could find in Hawaii. The ones you find in Hawaii, Riley saw them firsthand. They're fucking huge as hell. And this one's in not the LA River, but the San Gabriel River. And if you could look at it, it looks exactly like the LA River. It's very fucking shallow. It's all cement. It has trash in it. It got like cans and boots and fucking all types of random shit. But apparently if you go here, bro, look at this. It's like the next clip right here. There's actually giant sea turtles, which to me, and both Riley and I were talking about, this is kind of amazing. Because when you see them in Hawaii, you're like, it makes sense. It's so beautiful. There's all this like natural environment nearby. Like they're probably swimming past needles and shit.
Yeah, that's scary.
And who knows what? Like if you test that water, like that's water probably. Like if you were to swim in that water, you might get sick.
Yeah,
And
I would think so.
Those sea turtles are like thriving in that shit.
No, when I first saw that, I was like, I'm like, is this okay? Should we put them back? Like that's not.
Put them back. What are you gonna do? Like that's probably be so expensive and like probably hurt them in the process.
How is it expensive?
No, apparently. Okay, so if you watch the end of the video, he says that nearby scientists are actually asking people for their help to tell them like what they see the turtles eating, how many turtles they see, because the scientists are confused. They're like, how the fuck are these fools surviving in this? Look, there's a luggage. There's luggage floating down the river as there's a sea turtle right there. And that, like, you can see it's bigger than the fucking luggage, bro. How the fuck is this shit surviving out there? What is it eating?
And that's the scary part.
right? Like condoms. What the
Probably.
fuck? What the fuck is in that water, dude? But the reason I bring it up is
Domino's Pizza.
potential stream idea. We go check out the sea turtles.
I'm looking for sea turtles.
We swim with them.
That's disgusting. You're gonna get it.
Yeah, you like. I would probably like want to like zip tie my dick shut, and like
What?
zip tie my dick shut, glue my asshole shut, glue my nose shut, glue my ears shut, and like
Glue your
and like put and like glue some goggles to my face so that like no water can
Oh,
get inside my body, and then I'll dive in. I feel like it'll be fine. But other than that, I feel like that water's so gross.
Yeah, that shit is definitely not swimmable.
I kind of fucked up on stream when I was talking about this. I said the LA River, but as you can see, it looks exactly like the LA River. And I think this is actually an extension of the LA River. The LA River either turns into the San Gabriel River or they like unite at a certain point. But either way, it's the same shit, dude. It's like a same cement river full of trash. And somehow, you know, the people would joke about going like, oh, you know, like what about fishing in the LA River? What, like, would you eat a fish from there? Bro, there's sea turtles. There's giant ass fucking probably 200, 300 pound sea turtles living in there. I thought that was pretty insane. Either way, what is this video? Oh yeah. Either way, that about wraps up I think 10 Talks episode 129. Guys, just a little wrap up video here. I brought this up on Reconnected before. This dude's gone viral before of taking these things to like Denny's and like putting them between pancakes, but I guess he's gone viral again for doing this. You see what it is? It's like a bunch of Zans and Perks.
Oh my god.
He did a video. He like brought these and like put like pancakes in between them and like made it like hella high and was like cutting it in half with like maple syrup. That shit was hella funny. But I don't know. This is like a random ass topic, but I thought it was funny. Who cares about Zans and Perks? I guess are popular, but who cares about Zans anymore? But this was going viral doing this shit, making these like fake Zans and Perks and taking them to restaurants. Oh no! I said it hella times. We might have to cut that out.
Yeah.
Either way, yo, guys, appreciate you guys so much. Episode 129. Let us know if Saturday 7 p.m. or Saturday 6 p.m. works for you guys. Or Saturday 2 p.m.
In the early.
Yeah. Noon? That's hella early.
2.
Saturday 2 or Saturday 6. What time works better for you guys? Either way, appreciate you guys so much, man. Hope everyone has a good night, good rest of your day, good October as well, and also
rest of your October.
We'll do like you know, I'm not sure if Riley's held it because like I said, she just got off work and shit. She's working all day, and then we just did 10 Talks. But I'll definitely do like a 30-minute after show afterwards. I'll see you guys there like in 5-10 minutes. But either way, thank you guys so much for joining. Appreciate you guys.
We love you.
We're gonna head out. Like, comment, subscribe as well.
Yes.
It really helps grow the channel. Also subscribe, guys. Let's try to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're like 230 away or something like that. We're like less than 200 away. But either way, thank you guys so much, man. Peace, everyone.
Peace.
Let's go.
Better hurry, spark it up with no worries. Harmonious gang with the big bro Yuriy. Hyphy, get lit just like me. Big bossed up, chop it up with Riley. You better come with it or kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to 10 Talks.